Organic community communication. Thomas, fucking cool shirt. I wanted to talk about pipeline design.
How are you? You make videos?
Yo. Behind me is Gaswerksiedlung. This is the Madre project. Inside that is Gaswerk Musikhaus. This is our collection of high-quality music production studios that are isolated and acoustically treated, built by Kiss Your Ears. I went into a lot of studios in 2018 and got really sick at trying to create great acoustics in crusty rooms. Blech, not nice to touch. So instead, I decided to build my own. Teamed up with the boss of Gaswerksiedlung. Together, we let our concept loose. We'll show you some studios. I'm gonna just move this one. So, this is an example of an installed system. This room is really large. It's 37 meters and it sounds amazing, to be honest. Let's simplify things for you. Let's reduce everything to two functions. You have bass trap function and early reflection function. We start with bass trap function. This corner here, for bass traps we're talking corners. This corner here, corner, but where else? If you build walls out of the units, they have a larger surface area, larger splash radius, but you also have a bass trap location at the bottom. So, is it a problem that we don't have symmetry here? This area doesn't have a bass trap, but if you look on the other side of the room, it does. I would say no. It's a compromise. But acoustics is a game of compromises. What is a ceiling cloud? Ceiling cloud is simply a fancy marketing name for the early reflection function absorbers above your head. Let's look at the early reflection positions in this room. So we have the sides, the back of the room here, the ceiling, and the front here. Should you put an air gap behind your acoustic treatment? If you can afford to, in terms of real estate in the room, yes, do it. If not, then don't. System like this that is calculated on the amount of absorbent you bring into the volume of space, I'll give you an easy formula to work with. If you're not sure how you should distribute or allocate your limited amount of bass traps. First of all, you will be working in one end of the room. So your treatment will most likely be in that end. I would prioritize bass trap function about 60%, and early reflection function about 40% of the units that you have. And distribute it like this. You can always add more later. You will probably want to add more when you realize the benefit that you get from professional acoustic treatment. But I'll give you a tip. If you don't have time to install into the ceiling like this, and you just need to set up a project studio as fast as you can, right? Take an adequate volume of traps for the volume of space, the right amount, and build your front corners, build walls out of them. I would actually flip them horizontally so they have more structural integrity. Remember that you're also getting a bass trapping location on the floor to wall corner, the same as you would be on the ceiling to wall corner. So if you build yourself these walls that literally takes minutes, they do stand on themselves, and you set up corners wherever you can in the room, there you go, project studio. It will be better than 90% of producer studios. It's really like that.
Should I?
I will go there that I missed that. So here we have a no install system. Nothing is also on the ceiling, notably. Right? Remember I told you already, you can take care of bass trap function elsewhere. Here we have a literally no install absorber. This one is just floating on a sofa. Don't try this at home, kids. But yeah, what we should look behind you. wherever possible, I like to build more substantial walls out of the absorbers. And there are always sneaky places that you can take care of the corner bass trap function. If you look at this room proportionally to some of the others we've looked at, there's still roughly the same amount of bass trapping location in relation to the amount of early reflection location. So here is a very affordable way to build a heavy-duty isolating door system. It's about the weight of the doors themselves, right? And what is heavier than metal? Heavy metal. Then you have your air gap in between. It's a 2-leaf system. So door 1, air, door 2. So here we are in a large studio, again 36 meters, with not a great deal of acoustic treatment. When the treatment itself is optimized as far as it can go, by adding more, you will never undo an obsolete step. Therefore, you can add them sequentially as your budget allows. Talking about our holistic acoustic concept, this one, for example, we built an isolating ceiling. This is an acoustic ceiling. We've lost 30 centimeters from the previous existing ceiling. But as you can see in the walls, there was no further isolation to be done. By looking at the entire building holistically, you can save a lot of money on your isolation. If you build each individual room as a complete room with a floating floor, you will spend an enormous amount of money and most likely will not be necessary, especially when each room is for music. So now we have another large room, something like exactly 33 meters, I remember. And yeah, again, we have some compromises to make here. We have a giant window here on the side, and also here in the corner. But why would we destroy a beautiful room when we can apply our basic system to get amazing results? Quick disclaimer, the clients actually modified the traps. They put these felt, Molton, over the original textile. These were white before, the color Vite. This one would be Butler from our range. These are actually 2019 model. Again, the 24 model is larger, bigger is better. So first, bass trap location, right around the corners of the room. And basically, you just divide up the amount of treatment that you have into these locations and do what you can, right? So this is not symmetrical here. Clearly not. Well, you know what else? These are guitars. These resonate, right? There's a lot of things happening in acoustics, and a lot of things are not that important when you can deal with the main issues, the broad brush strokes, the low-hanging fruits. I'll let you know on a secret that most acousticians will not tell you. For most rooms, 80% of the treatment is the same. It's the last 20% that makes the room unique. Most music producers don't need more than that 80%. That's not saying we can't give you that. That's saying that the system that we're proposing to you is that. Most of our clients don't need to go further. When you do need to go further, we can build you all kinds of membranes, resonators, diffusers. Brilliant. But if you want good value for your money, this is the way to do it. In the studios that we've shown you so far, I'm actually so proud to host these artists and producers. They're not on camera today, but being able to contribute this to the industry is quite a nice feeling. In the end, it all comes down to space. The fundamental is space. Upon that, you can have everything. You can be a mastering engineer, you can be a record label, you can be an agency, you can be an artist, but it's about the space. And nobody was really providing these spaces. So that's become our mission, to provide spaces, to reserve the last available spaces in these important cultural cities for culture itself.